My next guest, though, thinks the setback in China, among other headwinds, are overblown. Joining us live at Post 9 is Wedbush's Dan Ives. It's good to see you.
Great to be
So
here.
let's just take the movement in the stock in and of itself for a couple of days. What's happening, you think?
Look, I think the biggest fear for Apple has always been the China exposure. And I think the worry is that they were ultimately going to be caught in this cold tech war between the U.S. and China. And I think when you look at these reports, now it's 20% of iPhone sales, 98% of actual production. Could this disrupt the golden jewel of the Cupertino growth story?
Could it?
So in my opinion, based on all the work we've done, I believe this is bark a lot worse than the bite. I mean, when I quantify it in terms of what this could be, I've heard some of the numbers out there. I think worst case, we're talking about 500,000 units relative to what's going to be 45 million units sold in China. And then look, we've been here before. I mean, I think year after year, there's always the worries here, but all the work that we've done, being in and out of Asia and China, I think right now, actually, China is going to be up in terms of year over year. And I think that market share gains continues to be some of the hearts and lungs of Apple.
That's fair, but doesn't it have the possibility of just revealing a more hostile environment in a real critical market where we just said 20% of revenues come from China?
Yeah, no, look, this is putting gasoline on the fire in terms of the worries. You know, could this ultimately be the moment that the bears, many that have been fearing for Apple in China? I don't believe so. I think when you look at it, especially when you think about Foxconn, you're talking about basically one of the biggest employers in China. Cook obviously has been something where I think this is within Beijing, it's been a big part of his strategy in terms of the success. And I think most importantly, when you look at the Huawei phone and you look at can this be a risk, we're still talking about the B team. I mean, in other words, when you look at from an actual nanometer, from an actual technology perspective, the Chinese consumer continues to want iPhones, and we believe you have about 80 and 90 million of those in an upgrade opportunity.
So we asked our question of the day to our viewers about the multiple. 29 times forward. Now, it was over 30 not that long ago, but even now it's far above its historical 10-year average, okay? Can you justify that? And if so, how?
So I've always viewed it that you have to view the services business as almost a SaaS business. So call it $100 billion of revenue next year, growing now low double digits. I believe that's worth 1.4 to 1.5 trillion, the services business. The rest of the business, even base case, call it 1.4 to 1.5 trillion. We ultimately think more, which is how we have a $230 price target. I believe if you look at it on a straight PE, you underestimate what I view the value of the services piece, which is a key part of the re-rating that we've seen in Apple the last few years.
I understand that, but how can you have an expanding multiple at a time where you've had a decreasing sales growth?
Sure.
Tell me how that makes sense.
I think, first off, I think when you take out FX, when you actually look at what iPhone sales are, I think when you look into the next year, you're going to have, call it, mid-single-digit iPhone growth from a unit perspective, based on all of our checks coming out of Asia. You have an ASP now, which is actually lifting. That'll be the big thing next week with iPhone 15.
There's talk that they'll raise it.
And we believe a $100 price increase, really first time in years. But that's important from an ASP uplift.
Wait, hang on real quick. So you think that's going to happen? Because there's, chatter in the market, well, it's just rumor and this, that, the other. You think it's going to happen?
Yeah, I think NFL starts this weekend and Apple raises by $100.
And you think that's a good thing?
I think it's a great thing because ultimately when you look at the promotion activity that's going to happen from a carrier perspective within the U.S., I think it's going to take away a lot of that sting in terms of any sort of price increase. And the most important thing right now is 25% of Apple's install base. If there's one number that's important, 25% have an upgrade in 4+ years. And that's why we believe the bar's going to be worse than the bite here. China ultimately is going to continue to be a growth engine. And I think we sit here 3-6 months from now, especially as we go into holidays, we view this more as a golden buying opportunity, not the time that structurally it fell apart.
Okay, I'll see you out in California, out at Future Proof. And we're going to be there together as Apple does reveal that phone.
And it's such an important time, not just because what it typically is every year, but because of now the pressures, especially coming out of Beijing, we perceive pressures.
Okay, I'll catch up with you there. That's Dan Ives of Wedbush.